into this place of peace. And let its silence heal your spirit. Come into this place of memory, and let its history warm your soul. Come into this place of prophecy and power, and let its vision change your heart.
It wouldn't let me unmute. Good morning. I'm Reverend Leanne Washington, and I'm delighted to be serving the Unitarian Church of Edmonton as its minister during the interim between Reverend Brian's departure and the arrival of your next settled minister. I welcome you to the Unitarian Church of Edmonton's online Zoom service. Our community is open to everyone without regard to race, gender, sexual orientation, age, or income. We are a liberal, multi-generational religious community, and we celebrate a rich mosaic of free-thinking people on a spiritual journey. And we are joined in common support and action. Whether you have been a part of our congregation for decades or this is your first time visiting, we welcome you. Whatever the faith and traditions of your past, we welcome you. Whatever your theological stance, we welcome you. Whatever your heritage, we welcome you. Whoever you are and whomever you love, we welcome you, the whole of you. We especially welcome any visitors who might be with us today. We invite you to join us for conversation in the breakout rooms once the service has ended. We also invite you to place your name and contact information in our online guest book, which you can find on the uce.ca website. You may also find a link to our guest book at the top of the chat box. We acknowledge that our meetings take place on Treaty 6 territory, which is the home of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples over many centuries. A treaty is an inheritance, a responsibility, and a relationship. May we be good neighbors to one another, good stewards to our planet, and good ancestors to all of our children. Our theme for the month of November is healing. Today, we are exploring the healing power of an ancient Buddhist spiritual practice, metta meditation. Metta meditation is also commonly referred to as loving kindness meditation. The goal of meditation is to cultivate kindness for all beings, including yourself. To begin our time together, I share with you a blessing for this time of COVID-19 restrictions. This blessing was created by Reverend Linda Barnes, a Unitarian Universalist minister. We're staying home. Love has never asked this of us before. We're staying home, and this is our gift to humanity. Let us wish each other well. For those staying home alone, I offer you this blessing. May you grow a deeper understanding of your own worth. Dear one, leaven the aloneness with gentle care, for this too shall pass. May you be blessed with a peace and serenity. May you find the courage to reach out to hear another's voice and to remember others need you too. May you be well. For those staying home together, I offer you this blessing. May you find moments of patience and grace in your relations. May you offer each other enough time apart, reassurance, and space enough to cry, to safely rage, for this too shall pass. Then let us come again into your home. May you see one another's whole self as a gift. May you be well. For those working from home, I offer you this blessing. May you remember to take breaks. May you find the means to relish your imperfection and the imperfection of others. And may you see that as evidence of our shared humanity. You are enough, even when there isn't enough. Make order in your days and then let it go. May you be well. For those staying home with children, I offer you this blessing. May you find humor and compassion in your days. There will be learning of a different kind, deeper, no doubt, unexpected for sure. May there be patience and forgiveness again and again and again, for this too shall pass. May you all remember the deep love that brought your family into being. May there be peace and understanding in your home. May you be well. May we all be well. Let us join now in worship, the lifting up of the spiritual values that we share. As congregations around the world do, we begin our sacred time together by lighting our chalice, symbol of Unitarian Universalism and our commitment to the creation of a beloved community. Today's words, for every time we make a mistake, come from Reverend Dr. Maureen Killoren, a Unitarian Universalist minister, and are read by Alex Pokowski.
Much better. For every time we make a mistake and we decide to start again, we light this chalice. For every time we are lonely and we let someone be our friend, we light this chalice. For every time we are disappointed and we choose to hope, we light this chalice.
Today, we enter into a special season of anticipation and appreciation for the light within us and within all creation, which illuminates the world, even as the world moves ever closer toward the longest night. Gordon Ritchie will light the first Advent candle and share words written by Megan Dowdall, a Unitarian Universalist minister. And these words were adapted by Gordon.
There we are. Thank you, Leanne. Good morning, everyone. We are entering a time of year when the earth grows colder. Animals begin to hibernate and days become continually shorter. This morning marks the beginning of the season of Advent. In the Christian tradition, Advent is the beginning of the church year, recognizing the transforming power of God in the world and looking forward toward the birth of Jesus and the celebration of spiritual light. Christianity is not alone in celebrating light at this time of year. Hanukkah, solstice, and Kwanzaa all involve candles, fire, and lights as part of their celebrations. We have an evergreen wreath that has 4 candles on it. We light 1 candle for each week of Advent to remind us that the light of these candles guides us toward personal peace, shared joys of the season, and opportunities to build love in our church and in the larger world. This morning, we light the first candle as a symbol of hope and expectation. Let this light bless us with the power to accept the healing light of peace. May it bless us with the creative power of hope as we express our intention for peace in all its forms and open our hearts to transformation. We are blessed this morning by who we are and by the hope that brings us together. We seek to embrace life as part of the human family that inspires and lights our future. May it be so. Blessed be.
When darkness comes, light brings hope, and hope soothes our anxious souls. With mics muted, please join in singing the original song from which hymn number 33 was adapted. I will attempt to put the verses and lyrics in our chat box.
Sovereign and transforming grace, we invoke thy quickening power. Rain the spirit of this place. Bless the purpose of this hour. Holy and creative light, we invoke
An important part of our community is sharing the joys and sorrows of our lives. If you have a personally significant joy or sorrow, please type it into the chat window at the bottom of the screen where we will be able to see it. I will read them aloud. Your joys and sorrows will be a part of our posted recording of the service. If you would not like to have your joy or sorrow available to the public, then indicate that in the chat with the prefix private, and then your joy or sorrow. You may also send your joy or sorrow to candles@uce.ca. Audrey sends her deepest condolences and love to Mary Freed at the death of her husband, Bill. Coralie and John are thankful for Edmonton's lovely river valley and parks during these times. And Gerard shares with us the loving memory of Stephen. Elaine Renard offers a candle of celebration as her son completed his PhD and is now working for the federal government. Yvonne Moreau offers a candle for a friend who was chased by a pack of coyotes while walking her dogs in the city parks. Jan McMillan is thankful that our weather is staying mild so that we can continue to be outside as much as possible. Ruth offers a candle in gratitude for the hospital workers and all who helped in Sue Lynch's hip operation. Lynn Wolf sends caring thoughts to Mary Freed on the death of her husband. And I'm sure, Mary, that the entire congregation joins in that. An iPad offers a candle and thanks for this technology that allows us to connect while physically distancing. And I light one candle for all the unspoken joys and sorrows held within the sanctuary of our hearts, and also for all those who have yet to find a spiritual home where they can share their joys and sorrows. Many of us are troubled by the pressure placed upon us by the society in which we live. These pressures often come in the form of unrealistic expectations for our performance, being given too much to do and not enough time in which to do it, and being given responsibilities for which we have not been given sufficient resources. Those are just a few examples of the kind of pressures that we come under. Though this health depleting trifecta of pressures and our response to it sounds particularly familiar to those of us who have full-time jobs, the experience is no less true for those who work from home as caretakers and parents and teachers and community volunteers. No matter what the environment is in which we encounter these pressures, being placed in such untenable positions can make us anxious, resentful, and angry. And those emotions can also be projected onto those with whom we work and with whom we share our lives. Metta meditation, also known as loving kindness meditation, antidote to the negative energy, thoughts, and feelings that we may have developed in response to society's pressures. In Pali, a language spoken in northern India and closely related to Sanskrit, metta means positive energy and kindness towards others. The main technique of metta meditation involves reciting positive phrases towards yourself and others. Hymn number 1031, Filled with Loving Kindness, is an adaptation to music of the traditional metta meditation, and we're going to use its 3 verses as the structure for our loving kindness meditation this morning. First, we will hear verse 1, followed by a period of silence. I think there's a little water sound in the background, in which you are invited to repeat the recommended phrases that I will tell you and that you will find somewhere in the chat box. Then you will hear the musical verse again. This process will repeat 2 more times for a total of 3 verses and 3 opportunities to repeat the healing phrases. We begin this 3-part metta meditation with a focus on ourselves. Those who are familiar with the Christian tradition will remember the admonition to love your neighbor as yourself, which only works out well for your neighbor if you do, in fact, love yourself. Many of us are most critical of ourselves and carry feelings of inadequacy, embarrassment, and shame for years. This loving kindness meditation invites us to recognize our strength, embrace our worthiness to be loved, and the sufficiency of who we are as we are now, and to let go of the negative energy and self-talk that we have been carrying. As we go into this period of meditation after the first verse, I invite you to repeat the following phrases or a similar set of phrases that address whatever is disturbing your spirit. May I have the strength to overcome my challenges. May I be surrounded with people who love and care for me. May I find peace in the knowledge and understanding that I am enough just as I am.
May I be filled with
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole.
For the second verse, we will focus on someone with whom we are experiencing some difficulty, conflict, or disagreement. It could be just an annoyance, some little disagreement. It doesn't have to be something major. Bring that person to mind as you listen to the second verse, and then repeat the following phrases or a similar set of phrases that address whatever's disturbing your relationship with another. May you have the strength to overcome your challenges. May you be surrounded with people who love and care for you. And may you find peace and the knowledge and understanding that you are enough just as you are.
May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. May we be free.
That's okay. Let's go on to the third verse. Our final meta meditation will focus on yourself and others. Bring to mind a friend or family member or a group of people with whom you are comfortable and with whom you share intimate information about yourself. As we listen to the third verse, bring them to mind and repeat the following phrases or a similar set of phrases that address what energy you would like to send out into the world, or as a confirmation of your forgiveness of others. May we have the strength to overcome our challenges. May we be surrounded with people who love and care for us. May we find peace in the knowledge and understanding that we are enough just as we are.
May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be free with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be whole. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be
To put what we have just done into context, loving kindness meditation is the first of a series of meditations that produce four qualities of love: friendliness, which is metta; compassion, which is karuna; appreciative joy, mudita; and equanimity, upekkha. The quality of friendliness is expressed as warmth that reaches out and embraces others. When a regular loving kindness practice matures, it naturally overflows into compassion for oneself and others. A regular practice of metta meditation, as well as the other three forms of similar meditation, is widely recognized as promoting self-compassion, decreasing stress and anxiety, reducing physical pain and improving longevity, and also enhancing social connections. Because when we send out positive thoughts that we have generated towards ourselves and towards others, it lightens our emotional load and it opens our hearts. With a renewed feeling of well-being, let us turn to sharing our abundance. Alex Pokovsky will invite us to participate in yet another spiritual practice, that of gratitude.
Generosity is a spiritual practice, one that enlarges the heart and lightens the spirit. No matter how much or how little we have, in the sharing of it, both the one who gives and the one who receives are blessed. We are a self-governing and self-supporting community. We rely on your donations to maintain our building, support our staff, and offer our programs. Now, more than ever, we need your financial support. Please visit our website at uce.ca to find the donation method that best suits you. For the month of November, we encourage you to also support the CBC Edmonton Turkey Drive. Turkey Drive donations benefit the Edmonton Food Bank. Please visit their website for more information.
With mic muted, please join in singing hymn number 402, From You I Receive, to You I Give.
I
As we bring our time together to a temporary close, I want to acknowledge and thank those who have helped to make our services possible today. Karen Belita, our slide creator, slide runner, and service recorder. Ruth Marriott, our backup. Alex Polkowski, our worship reader, and Gordon Ritchie, who lit the Advent candle. Without their help, we would not have been able to enjoy our time together today. Please consider joining our Sunday support team by contacting Karen Belita. Also, I'm seeking to include more of you in each worship service as readers. You will find a link to our worship reader sign up in the monthly newsletter and the weekly email. So please join me. I hope that today's meta meditation has provided you a way to transform any sickening negative energy you may have into positive healing energy. Like all spiritual practices, experiencing the full benefit takes time and accrues only after repeated practice. And the greatest spiritual practice, and the one most likely to produce immediate results, is simply the intentional practice of unconditional love. As Frederick E. Gillis reminds us, the love which overcomes all differences, which heals all wounds, which puts flight to all fears, which reconciles all who are separated, is in us and among us, now and always. We close our service by extinguishing the chalice with a reflection on opportunities to take the strength we have to overcome challenges and the love we have for each other and apply them to bringing more love and more peace to ourselves, to our community, and to all of humanity. This reflection toward repair of relationship was written by Joanna Lubkin and adapted by me. It will now be read by Alex.
As we extinguish this chalice, may the memory of its flame call us to search our souls, sifting through the past year to see where we may have missed the mark. May the memory of its light guide us towards the courageous and open-hearted apology, towards the repair of relationships in our lives. May the memory of its heart may the memory of its heat warm our hearts to offer forgiveness to those who have wronged us, allowing us to release the chains of grudge and blame that have bound us to them. And may the memory of its strength help us take the actions that are within our power to make this year more just. To make the next year more just, more loving, more peaceful for our communities and for all of humanity.
With mics muted, please join in closing our service by singing Carry the Flame. This concludes our worship service this morning. Please feel free to take a short comfort break or watch our weekly announcements as they slide by. In about 3 minutes, you'll be randomly placed into breakout rooms for coffee and a chat. You're free to decline being placed in a breakout room, or you can go to your assigned room and then return to the main room when you are ready. I will remain in the main room for few minutes to talk about your meditation experience. Then we, Karen Belita and myself, will switch to listening to your suggestions for how we can help each other feel more connected to our community during this time of COVID-19 restrictions. And I'll be in the main room with Karen for about an hour.